What's up, guys? It's Brandon Flash. Today we are headed to Mora, Minnesota, to Sapsucker Farms. It's like a brewery, distillery, something like that. But the Minnesota Tesla Club is having a day trip meetup up there, and I'm in Minnesota, so I'm gonna go attend. Let's get to it. So first, before we go up to Mora, Minnesota, which is probably 40 or 50 miles north of Minneapolis, we're actually going to the Robbinsdale, which is probably 10-ish miles northwest of Minneapolis, supercharger, and we're kind of having a little bit of a meetup there in order to then caravan up to the actual meetup. But first I'm gonna stop at Starbucks. You guys are gonna think I'm nuts, but before this trip, I actually took an entire week off of caffeine as a whole. This video is going to come out before the road trip the road trip videos that accompany it, but that's mostly just due to ease of editing. But I did go back on caffeine while I was on the road trip. I think that's kind of going to be my new thing, is that I'll not consume caffeine except when I'm on the road or like on a road trip, so that way the caffeine actually stays effective. But the point I was getting at is we're stopping at Starbucks first. And then we're actually heading back to my dad's place because I forgot my tablet that I use for Scan My Tesla, and I'd like to have that for the amount of driving we're doing today. We're charged up to like 85%. I don't have 240 volt charging at my dad's place, just 120 volt, unfortunately. So I'm making do, but it's still not ideal. Made it to the Robbinsdale supercharger. Let's get plugged in. We're headed to Sapsucker Farms. As is somewhat typical on drives like this, the group got a bit split up, so once we get on 35W, we'll probably go fairly slow and let everyone else catch up. There was about a mile of kind of side road that we had to drive on in order to get on the freeway, and of course there are lights there, and lights always break up large groups. It never fails on any group drive I've ever done. Decided to cut ahead of the group so that way I can get some drone shots on their entrance. It's just beautiful. I forgot how nice and green Minnesota is. It's too bad it's so humid and gross out. Headed out from the meetup at Sapsucker Farms. It says we'll make it to the Hinckley, Minnesota supercharger with 3%. I arrived, I think, with 19%. And we're leaving with 11%. So I guess my car used a lot of battery to cool off the pack. When I got there, the pack was at like 133 degrees Fahrenheit. I got it real hot booking it up here to beat everyone here to be able to fly the drone ahead of time. So we're going to Hinckley, Minnesota supercharger. There's a Toby's there. So Toby's is like a really good bakery thing, kind of famous in Minnesota. And we're gonna get some caramel rolls and charge up. Headed back from the Hinckley supercharger. So while we were at the Cidery and like the place that we were at, my car was actually using 8% of the battery in order to cool the pack, because I arrived there with 133 degree or Fahrenheit battery pack. And when I got back in my car, I think it was like 3 or 4 hours, I got in and it was at 11%. So I was a little concerned with that. Luckily, the Hinckley, Minnesota supercharger, which I was planning on going to anyway, it was only 15 miles away. I pulled in with 3%. All was well. I just went the speed limit and it was totally fine. We charged up there, hung out with some of the other Tesla Club people. We got some dinner, had some delicious pizza at Toby's, charged up to 90%. And now I'm headed back to Hugo, to my dad's place, and gonna call it a night. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you did, hit that like button down below. Hit the subscribe button if you want to see future content. And if you want to help support the channel, I do have a Patreon link down below. Have a great rest of your day.